And welcome to another edition of Roadhouse Live. We are live. Today is August 23, 2023. Bender, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, the man says. So this is what we got. We got data about 15 minutes after open. We had a little bit of data this morning. It really, didn't matter. Some of the things, it's like the market is extraordinarily sensitive in the moment right now to the dollar, and you can't necessarily figure out the rhyme or reason. Is it the dollar going up, market going down, or the dollar going up, market going up? It's a very, very weird dichotomy, but it is extraordinarily sensitive over there. Very, very sensitive. Bender, what do you know about sensitivities?
Very, very little. I know that they're poison.
Bender says they're poison. So I think there's something to that. It's like, look, we have two massive things, on deck. We have NVIDIA ER tonight. That probably, look, if we remember from last ER session, that NVIDIA ER set off everything to the upside. It really, really did. It's like you had semis absolutely explode, and anything that even whispered AI just being handed, just tons and tons of market cap left, right, and sideways. So we had that same deal tonight. Let's see what happens. And then we have Jackson Hole on Friday. I think everything else in between is complete and utter masturbation. I think it's borderline pointless to talk about. If I hear rates higher for longer, it's like, come on, okay, we get it. If we hear that inflation is still too high and well above the 2% goal, okay, we get it. What we don't get at this point are necessarily what corporate earnings are going to be moving forward. And believe it or not, I do believe that NVIDIA has a lot to do with that as far as how they guide. And even more importantly, what the reaction is, the price reaction after the fact. Jackson Hole Friday will set the standard and the expectation probably for the next several months. Yeah. So that's what I got. Bender, you want to chart us up? I think everything else is fucking stupid. And when I say that, I really mean fucking stupid to even get into and talk about, because it's just the same old shit being recycled over and over again. And again. And again.
All right.
Some of these charts are kind of getting the same way, recycled over and over again and again.
Yeah, I mean, we're, pretty much sitting where we were yesterday. So not much has changed on that front. Still, tracking this daily fair value gap and weekly fair value gap as potential, any potential move to the upside. You can see where we topped out. Let's see, what was that? The 17th. And then came up and tickled this area again yesterday, but couldn't get through it. So that this area in here, it took the liquidity, those stops that were hanging out, but it couldn't hold it. We wicked it and then pulled back down. So this is, I think, the key level to get any sort of momentum, make anything happen, is above that 4440 area, which gets us up into this daily and weekly fair value gap. With the, we get through this 4440, then the draw on liquidity likely up here at the 4466.75. Coming into the day, we've taken out the Asia session highs and the lows, which sets us up for potential seek and destroy type day. You can see this line right here, 44.15.75, marking the Asia session high, and then that 4,425 marking the Asia session low. So we have taken both of those out. As far as levels below go, You can see we filled this. This is a 60-minute chart, so we filled this fair value gap in here. Let's go into a 15-minute, and you can see I drew that on the 15-minute. So we already filled this. Yesterday there was a couple levels that we were looking for where we had put in some relative equal highs and things like that, and pre-market they took all of that out, all those stops. So all that stuff is gone. And we've already filled this 15-minute fair value gap. So if we come back down into here, I wouldn't expect that to hold again. And if it gives it up, then you can see this 15-minute fair value gap in here. I didn't mark that because this gray shaded box is a new week opening gap. So I already have a box there. I know it's, that's an important level. You have the midpoint of that one standard deviation of the channel on the daily sitting down here. So far, every time we drop below it, it takes a couple hours or a day, and then we're back above. So as we get down towards this, if we come down towards this level, I'll be watching this new week opening gap down here, because that would likely, it would come down and tickle that. And then these relative equal lows down here, keep those in view. If we really start to spill, it ain't that far down, right? 43.6725, currently sitting 44.01. So, 30, 34, 35 points from here gets you to those relative equal lows. You got this little low hanging out. But if we're going to come all the way down here, I'd be surprised if it was to take that and not take those relative equal lows. And then that's where you'd kind of have to watch, see if it takes those and pops back up, or if it wants to come down here and take that swing low at 43.50. And then you got the 618 retracement sitting below that, 43.4075. I think that's about all I got. Again, we're set up for potential seek and destroy type price action today. Hanging in the balance of NVIDIA's ER, I have no idea, what they're going to want to do with this. I know the past couple of ERs we've seen weakness, especially in the later part of the day before the report comes out, and then the report comes out good. And what happened? We shot up, 40 points on the NQ after the market was closed. They've done that to us a couple times now. So maybe, maybe today's the day that we come down and take this stuff out. Maybe not. Maybe they come down here and, take out some lows, come back up, take out some highs, and it's seek and destroy. That's kind of what I'm anticipating. Yeah. I mean, I'm going into it knowing that that's a possibility. This on the 15-minute obviously kind of looks like shit here, right? And if you, okay, what is this? Some kind of bear flag. So yeah, I'm anticipating that it's very possible that we get that seek and destroy type action. I'm probably not going to be looking to do a whole lot. I think once NVIDIA's out of the way, I think tomorrow hopefully is set up for a directional move. That's about it.
All right, Sonny, what you got, bud?
I have so much data today, dude. I mean, it's amazing.
No, you don't. You lied again.
It's the company I keep. So Twilio has their investor day today again today. So there may be some news. AI is also talking at their investor day. Uh, I'm just gonna watch headlines of whatever they put out today, especially on Twilio. I did put up a play yesterday on it, just a small 2 contracts. Forgot what they are right now. Um, the other one is Gamescom video game conferences going on in Germany. Usually there has been activity, announcements, hardware, new games being announced. So keep an eye on the gaming studios, not just the big ones. There's a bunch of smaller names. I'll put it up in the room. Um, we did see some flow on Roblox, so I'll see if they come in more on that. Uh, so those are the two watching. Advanced Auto Parts reported the ER this morning. They cut their guidance due to competition and investments, and I think they're getting replaced in the S&P 500 by KView on Friday. Um, Foot Locker, their shares plunged about 30% this morning because of weaker guidance, and they expect their sales to decline, and they paused the dividend payouts. So they got their ass kicked basically this morning. Apple plans to switch to from their Lightning cable to USB-C to comply with the European standards. So not just in Europe, they are planning to do that across the board in all the markets. Um, I don't see any material impact from that. And Peloton had the ER this morning. They also they lost more subscribers than they thought they would. They lost about 30,000 subscribers. The recall they did on the seats exceeded their expectation of $40 million that they had to spend, and they are looking for even less subscribers going into Q1. I think they were down substantially this morning also. Other one, AMC and Ape. So AMC has been sinking because there's a conversion to Ape. Uh, that's going to happen this Friday, and then they're going to do a reverse split 1-10 also, I think tomorrow. So that would add a whole bunch of shares into once the Ape conversion happens. And I think they're below $2 right now. I think what's her name? B put up a play on that. And on the upgrade side, Dollar General, FULC, and ABY are the more significant. Netflix also got an upgrade. And the downgrade side, DKS, like from BFA and Wedbush, and PINC also got a downgrade to 25 from 44. And that's all. We do have data 15 minutes and 30 minutes after open today.
Yeah. Yep. Should be interesting. It's like I don't know how they even play the data even once it comes out. Stonkington, what you got, bud?
What's up? All right, I'm here. Let's see what we got going today. Get some sharing going. Get the screen up here. Look at some charts. Let's see. Oh, and hey, first of all, got a little early Hanukkah shopping done here for Hells. This might save you some time. Here we go. I know you're taking those SIG breaks. We can help you cut back, turn 3 SIG breaks into 1 here. Just get you a little triple decker. Look at that.
Isn't that kind of like, when you buy a drug addict a crack pipe?
Is that the same?
I mean, you're kind of like, enabling when you should be saying, you're my buddy and I don't think you should smoke those things. You're like, here, let me give you something that makes you smoke even more, faster.
Gotta load them up. Smoke them if you got them, right?
I think that's one way to look at it, but it's like if you're friends with somebody, you encourage them to be happy.
Yeah, and if 1 cigarette makes you happy.
Imagine what 35 at the same time would do.
All right, good times. Let's look at these charts. Let's see. Okay, so NASDAQ, we've got kind of similar here. We've got equal lows below, and we've got highs, maybe, like we got a double top, we got a double bottom. Let's see, we'll just kind of cycle through our time frames and work our way down. Big orange box is this monthly fair value gap we've been talking about. We're wanting to make sure we didn't see the close below, which is doing pretty good for that. We look at the daily. We had this fair value gap that was from this candle's low to this candle's high right here, and then we got the close above, which makes me think if we pull back into, with the bottom being all the way down here, 14,875, that this could work as support because we got this green candle that goes above this area. Similarly, I'm leaving this daily fair value gap on the chart because we've got from here to here, which we haven't been able to pop and close above. Also, if we look back, this green candle here, we could consider a bearish order block because it was a bear, potentially a bear that wanted to get in at a better price before bringing it down. So we would then potentially throw fibs on this candle right there. So it runs up into it. We would kind of want to watch up here if we can get up there, 15,187, 186. We could get a reaction up there on the NASDAQ, so that's what we'll be looking at there. See what we get, NVIDIA ER. Here's up the Russell. All right, so here we've got purple line, been continuing to respect it. I like seeing all these candles close above. This was an important level here on the 4 hour. Kind of funky pattern looking at this compression. Would be interesting to see how we break out of it. We've got the new week opening gap. When we see everything bouncing around in there, it's like, we're due for chop and consolidation, which we are getting here. And then we've got weekly gaps above in orange. So the way a lot of this is painting out, it's looking, I would think the next move on the Russell could be to the upside, but we're just going to kind of take it as it goes. If we would want to make sure we get a candle close below this orange line down here, which would be a bear signal, and then runs up this we've been looking at the same orange weekly fair value gap, these orange lines all week, and we just would not want to see it close below that lower line. Would be a bear signal there on the Russell. So we'll see what we get there. Let's see. The other one I was going to look at was going to be oil. I mentioned I was bullish. I thought the dollar would be making a move up, and if we do just kind of an overlay here. Okay, so yeah, we can see that there's a pretty good inverse correlation between oil and the U.S. dollar. Dollar spiking, oil low, dollar up, oil low. That one kind of ran together a bit. Dollar low, oil high. That's kind of, you can see it's kind of a trend here, and as the dollar is making a strong move, oil is showing some weakness. It kind of got a head and shoulders pattern here on oil on the daily, and then we've got these big gaps. These are monthly fair value gaps here, these orange boxes. So we've got a potential double top with a monthly draw. This is all basically algo seeing that this back green candle, didn't have anything to kind of balance it out on the monthly time frame. So if you're looking, oil could have, multiple point moves to the downside. That's kind of what they're looking at over there on oil. Other than that, I'll be looking at Tesla and AMD. I can kind of call those levels out in the room. I think that's pretty much all I got, unless we want to take a couple minutes to look at Tesla and AMD right now.
Hells.
Yeah, so I'm just I'm sitting here watching level 2. Sorry, I just trying to get a feel for the price action, and it is just dopey as fuck. So best advice is to be careful. Try to watch flow. Try to be quick in what you're doing. I know this when I hear seek and destroy out of multiple people in the morning. It's never a fun day for me. That's what I do know. So I'm going to trade lightly, trade around things, try to be smart in what I'm doing. It's like the whole seek and destroy thing. It's fun for some people, not for others. Let's see what they give us. I don't have shit else. I really, really don't. It's like I need, and I'm fucking cold too, man. It's 60 degrees this morning. I'm cold. I am cold. I'm frigidus. Frigidus. Feeling frigidy.
I hope you die. I don't ever want to hear that again.
It's cold, man.
Shut up.
It's like I literally was like, dude, it's August. I can't fucking turn on the fire. I can't do that. It's like they're going to talk about me in town.
Oh my
do it.
God.
Yeah, I know. Like that. Anyways, that's all I got. We got 18 minutes till open. Be smart. Do your best. Don't fuck up. If you do, don't fuck up worse than you should. That's all I can really say. See you soon.
See ya.
Yeah.